Hey everyone, TA Sam here, and I'm going to show you today how to download Matlab. So, for those of you who don't know, Matlab is a very useful program. It stands for, I don't know, something about matrices, maybe Matrix Lab or something like that. If any of you are familiar with the C programming language or C++, I think it's pretty similar to that. You can use it for graphing, you can use it for data analysis, statistical analysis, differential equations, all kinds of things, and a lot of your classes will require it. So to download it, here are a couple basic steps. You want to screenshot this and follow on your own, or if not, you can follow along with me. So the first thing you're going to do is open up your MyASU. So open up your web browser, go to your MyASU page, and then we're going to see over here is a View More option. Maybe your layout's a little different than mine. I'm not sure. So if you go to View More, you're going to see My Apps. It might be out over here for you. I'm not sure. But go to your My Apps and then wait for your internet to go if your internet's like mine. And then if not, so this is going to bring you to the My Apps page. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you're actually going to see MATLAB over here. You can click it from there, but I just want to show you how to work this because you can find a lot of different programs on this page. So you can search by keyword, you can look, by Linux, Mac, or Windows, or even if you want to just do programming in general, you can go to the More thing, the categories, and you see a lot of different options here. You can see like Office Tools, Multimedia, Data Entry, Programming, which might be where this is under. And then you can also go by, anything that's open to you, or and then if you're a faculty or staff, what's here. So you can search, we're going to search MATLAB here. And you can just find, you can just find anything here. Like I think I downloaded Mathematica my freshman year just because I wanted to play around with it, even though I never used it. So then you're going to click it here, and you look down at the bottom, you can see the options. You can see here's Linux, and there's Windows. If you're on Mac, I really don't know. You could probably email a tech support about it. And then one thing here, especially if your computer is not big enough, so say you're like a Chromebook or something where you just don't have a lot of memory and you want to run it, you can run it virtually. I've never tried it. I've heard it works, and you can always go for it. But if you do have the space and you have the availability, I would definitely recommend downloading it. So if you look over here on the left side, this is going to be what it looks like for MATLAB. This is the same for all different programs you download. They're going to give you licensing information, instructions on how to download it. You see here's the installer here. We're going to have to activate it, which I'll show you as well. And then if you need to know your system requirements, you can click down here, which actually brings me, for those of you who are on Windows, I'm going to show you something real fast. I believe it's going to ask about what bit your operating system is. And for those of you who don't know a lot about computers, don't worry, neither do I. But I do know enough that if you just search about your PC here, and then you look up here, it's going to show you device specifications, and you can see what your system type is down here. So I'm personally running a 64-bit operating system. You can go Google if you want to know more about that. It's not really relevant to us. I'm going to show you just the download. So we're going to go to download MATLAB. I'm going to open it in a new tab. And then it's going to say a MathWorks account is required. So MathWorks is the company that runs MATLAB. And so you can go sign into your existing MathWorks account. Of course, I already have one, but there should also be an option here for you to create one. I've already signed into this before, so it's going to bring me right here. If not, make sure you create it with your ASU account because ASU does give you a free license. I have it saved. There we go. So I don't know how much a MATLAB license is, but I think it's over $1,000 a year. So it's a pretty valuable program, and you're lucky ASU gives it to you for free. So just make sure you use your ASU account instead of a Gmail account or a Hotmail account if you're a prehistoric caveman. So anyways, you're going to see a bunch of different early releases. MATLAB generally does 2 releases a year, an A and a B. So it's going to show you the most recent one here. And actually, the date of this video is late August. I wouldn't be surprised if 2020B comes out any day now. You can go 2028, you should be fine. I was running, a 2018A version up until I downloaded 2019B last semester for a class. And while this is downloading, I guess I'll talk to you a little more about that. I would always recommend trying to, either update MATLAB once a year, once a semester, just because, and I'll pause that for a second. So you're going to run the installer, pick your right program. There's Mac, And so here we go. I go with the Windows version, and then this might be where it's going to ask you for a 32-bit or a 64-bit. Look at that, it didn't, it just went 64 automatically. Click your download, I'm going downloads. And then it's going to run. You see, it's a fairly sizable wizard, and it's going to take a little bit. I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm just going to finish out this thought. Just in terms of picking out, whether I'm on 2020A or whatever, is that I was running 2018A for a while, but I took a class last semester where it was a systems technical elective class, and our instructor pushed out some things we had to do in Matlab, and he sent out templates himself. And you had to be running, I think it was 2019B in order for it to work. And I was running 2018A, and it did not work, and I had a very stressful night the first time. We had to do that, frantically updating my MATLAB and frantically getting that homework done. So it's not a bad idea to do it, early on in the semester on the weekend. I think for most of the purposes for FSC 100, you can do it whenever you want. Any examples I push out, I don't think I'll be doing anything too advanced, and you should be able to run it on whenever. But just go for the most recent update. And actually, look at that, it's going to be finished because I talk a lot. And we open it up. Oh, opening when complete, I thought it was downloaded. I got a little recorder button down here. It's kind of blocking it. Let's see. What are we at? Yeah, it should be opening. An error that my Windows was being protected, or Windows was protecting my PC, which is fantastic. However, I recognize this and I want them to run it anyways. And then it's basically going to do a lot of installing things. It's going to unzip it. You can Google that on your own. I recommend just letting it do its own thing, and I'll get back to you in a minute. So I'm back after a little bit of a break. You can see my computer's freaking out a little bit. Let's check out this one first. Do I want to allow it? Yes, I do. You can see more details if you really want to make sure. And then, let's see, that was the other one too. So you can see now you're going to get a MATLAB loading screen. I've actually updated it a little bit. It's pretty nice. And then you're going to have an option to pick an option here. I'm going to go private. You're going to allow access, and you see here's your MathWorks product installer. It has some advanced options. Again, you don't really have to worry about this. You know what? I got a VPN on. Give me a second, y'all. I actually have a private VPN that I use, but ASU has something called a Cisco VPN. That's Cisco VPN. You can find it on the app page too. Basically what that does is no matter where you are, it'll connect you to the ASU network. So like normally if you're already on ASU Wi-Fi or using like an ASU desktop in a library, you're already on that, but that allows you to access it remotely, which you will need for some programs. Again, I recommend going and giving that a download. So let's try doing this again. Can I reload? I don't know if I can reload. Oh, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't know how I close you out. Wow, this is just a mess. Here, let's try that again. I don't know. Let's see. Hang on, give me a second, y'all. After investigating my options, I decided to bite the bullet. So here we go. We're going to try it again, in case this happens to you. So that didn't work, so I'm going to go over to my downloads and open it back up. So if I go to my downloads, you can see there's my window, or there's my wizard, and then here's also what it just extracted into. So you see I have a bunch of options here, and so I can go click up this setup and go right here. And then that brings us right back there. So you don't need to like hit the wizard again, you can just go to that. And let's see if my little VPN switch fixed that. Yep, so there you go. So you're going to enter in your email address. Again, this is the same one you created to sign in. Or just downloaded originally. That should be your ASU account. And then your password. I got to go grab my password. Give me a manager. So I just picked that up. There we go. Invalid username or password. Oh, I got the wrong password. Let me see. There we go. So there we go. So again, just to be clear, I goofed. I grabbed my ASU password. Grab whatever password you made with your MathWorks account. That doesn't have to be the same one as your ASU password. You can read these. There you go. I read them. You don't really have a choice, I guess, if you really want it. So I'm just going to accept them. Do what you want to do, though. And there's your license for your academic thing, or your ASU account, excuse me. So there we go. There's an email address. Get created. Oh, nope, I don't want to do that. And it's going to bring you through a bunch of things. For those of you a little more savvy, you can pick a different spot. I'm just going to let it do its thing. And we're going to load for a little bit. Loading, you're going to see here's a list of MATLAB products. Here's the basic one, MATLAB. Make sure that one's on. You can hit select all if you're running like a desktop with a terabyte of space and a ton of RAM. Otherwise, you probably don't want to melt your computer over MATLAB. The only one I would recommend here is Simulink. That's used in a lot of classes, and I think a couple FSU 100 instructors are going to require it. I've used it in my class. It's the only other one that I really used out of all these, except for I think there's a statistics option. Yeah, there we go. So this might actually be what I've already selected from previous versions. But you see there's a lot of different options in here. If you're bored and you want to get more familiar with MATLAB, you can click these. As you can see, it's a really cool program. You do a lot of things with it. I'm personally a pretty big fan. There's control systems, you do curve fitting, data acquisition, finances, whatever these are, I don't know, coders. I think I might have used an optimization toolbox for it, actually. I take that back. Oh, partial differential equations. Maybe you'll need those for when you take differential equations or Calc 3. Prediction, risk management. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. It really is. A lot of Simulink stuff here. Hopefully I don't need all that. A symbolic math toolbox. I think you might actually need that one too. That wouldn't be a bad one to download. It's just a bunch of stuff in here. So I'm going to go with those ones. I'm going to trust that. That's what I need. Again, just make sure you have. Let me actually write that down. See how I saw it right on down. Choose Simulink and MATLAB. There you go. And I'm going to add a shortcut to the desktop. This is your choice. I personally don't want that, but do what you want to do. There you go. Licensing, authentication option. It's activated now. There's my name. Wow, it takes 11 gigs. What do you know? And that's just 4 of them. And then you're going to begin the installation process. So this might take a while. And I'll come back to you once it goes. So I think that took somewhere between a half hour and 45 minutes or so. So once that installation is complete, go ahead, hit close. And let's see where that takes us. Did I get a shortcut? Let's see. Nope, that's my old one. Oh, there we go, MATLAB 2020A, and a cute picture of some childhood. Let's see if it opens. There we go, it's opening up. And actually, I think it's going to prompt me here. This is a good point to add into this video. As you can see, one of the programs I previously has 2019B, and I'm fairly certain it's going to prompt me to uninstall. Oops, I hit it too many times. This is the MATLAB loading window. If you look here, there's not a way to close it out, but you can see, you can just go right here and do that. See in the top, there's a version information, your operating system. I think it had what date the update was out, and here you go. Here's MATLAB. So we're all set to go. I'm going to open up 2 windows. Okay. That's the last thing I had open, and it's all set. Oh, you see there's a migration error. I'm not too worried about that. I'll just set all my preferences again. But that's installing MATLAB. You're good to go. Let's 5 plus 5, let's see. 10, wow, look at that, MATLAB works. Pretty cool. So you know what to do, hit that subscribe, share with your friends. Oops, I did not mean that. What else do you gotta do? Oh, hit that notification button. You know the drill. Seriously, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments and I'll try to help. If you're having any operator specific errors or memory issues, I encourage you to Google that yourself. I'm not really a computer person. But always do my best. And actually, there's one last thing I want to point out here is you see the simulate button up here. We installed that as one of our toolkit options, and there it is. And as you can see, all the different apps up here, so you can always get more apps. So it's not like you're installing and you're never gonna have that option again. You can always download more. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful, and good luck.